When someone claims they've been abused in a satanic cult and they change their story, shouldn't you point that out?
The topic of satanic rituals has long been taboo. Few speak of the underground world. Criminal cases are rare. It's why a young woman is speaking out about what she calls years of abuse right here in the gym state. For 13 years, reality for Teal Swan was that of a satanic cult.
But was it Satanism? With the trailer, the first trailer for this documentary about her life, this movie about her life, it transpires it's not a satanic cult, it's a cult from Mormonism. And there were some abuses of her as a child. The idea of her being abused, mentally, physically, and sexually as a child, seems to be possible. In fact, probably quite plausible. But with the story changes, doesn't it bring it all into doubt? In one case, she claimed it was a satanic cult. Then she changed it to a spin-off Mormon cult, and the idea of a singular individual who may have worked with others who did terrible things. When you say it's ritual abuse, when you say it's ritual, that can be a very deceptive word. Do we mean as in a ritual in regard to religion, or simply a continuous level of abuse? The differences between the stories are quite large, and the so-called scars on Teal, which do indeed appear to be genuine scars on her arms, amongst other parts of her body, seem to be possibly self-inflicted.
And I myself had a very hard time believing it.
When Teal finally managed to escape from her abusive situation at the age of 19, she came to Salt Lake, and when she was in my house, I would come home and find her covered in blood in the bathtub.
As you heard in the story earlier, do you believe this is true? Because I had a hard time believing that this was true. She talked about things like watching murders of children. So I asked her, and she said yes. And it's really hard to believe some of the things she said.
Let me ask you about one part in the piece when she talked about seeing the murders of these children.
Yeah, so Teal filed a police report in 2005 in Utah, where she escaped to after her abuse that she claims happened here in Idaho. That police investigation never went any further than her filing the report because it was all circumstantial evidence. Teal says that a lot of it is that people, they are afraid to tell their stories. Police can't find the evidence. Things happen so quickly. They move from area to area to area so that way they don't get caught.
Did she say that they also would target oftentimes people from immigrants?
And Teal says that's because they do target the immigrants who come in, because you have two options when this happens. You can report your child missing, and then you're a known illegal in the country. You then risk deportation, or you can search for your child yourself.
So was it a roaming satanic cult, or a roaming Mormon paedophile ring, or something else? Was it simply some people that knew Teal and abused her, that were trusted by her family? Is any of this actually true? The facts are certainly debatable.